Whoever sees this and subscribes right now get free bad advice. All the good advice was taken, unfortunately. What's going on, YouTube? It's Knox Hill. And listen, these are days that I live for, man. I mean, these are moments I feel like define the channel, define what we stand for, the community that I've built, and where I'm trying to head. Now, shout out to those of you who follow my Instagram and my socials, because you will know what's going on. Those of you that are only here on YouTube and stay in the dark ages of Knox, I feel bad for you, because we've had just some amazing moments. Honestly, I'm still speechless, and I had to take a moment to celebrate this with you guys, to shout it out because of how important it is. So the other day, I just happened to be looking down at my Insta, and all of a sudden I realized that Tech9 has followed me. And I go, oh, that's dope. Tech9's followed me. And then about 2 hours later, I get a post. And naturally, you guys start flooding me with messages saying, yo, Tech tagged you. So this is what he said. Wow, shout out to Knox Hill for recognizing the complexity and depth of my monstrous verse on my new song Too Good featuring Moo Moo Fresh and Lil Wayne. Knox even caught the quick to pistol whip ya like your Chauncey line and knew the history of a Nancy as well. I didn't expect anyone to get that. Great job, bro. And you caught the wet wah wet line. Shout out to our Egyptian gods, baby. Knowledgeable, bro. Love and respect. P.S. Dismiss what I play to thee, a Demu could muster wrong Suge. Because there's a right Suge, I know, but when mustering the wrong one means trouble. I know we've gotten shout outs by other artists before, but, Tech9 to me is just, he's an OG, man. He's been in the game for so long, and he's been doing it at such a high level. To have someone like that is just surreal, to appreciate the breakdowns that we do. Because I've said this before on the channel. I know that we do breakdowns. We try to dive into the mind of the artist and put together the puzzle pieces, but it's not like I ever know 100% what they're thinking or what they're doing. So when an artist decides to reach back and almost, justify what I'm doing and validate that my breakdowns are correct, I mean, it adds so much credibility to what I'm doing. And honestly, it's like, wow, okay, I did get that right. And that's amazing that the artist appreciated it and felt that I did it well enough that they wanted to share it themselves. And I mean, look, it's not like Tech just shared a picture. He shared most of this video. I mean, we got 4 minutes of Instagram video that he decided to share with all of his fans and followers. And what's even doper to me is that in the middle of that reaction, I was asking about the Damu lines, and I wasn't certain about those specific bars. And he decides within this post to point out the meanings behind the Damu bars and to break it down even further and contribute further to my reaction, which is just, man, that's a life goal achieved right there. So listen, my day, probably my lifetime has already been made. I mean, we think that that's dope. And then all of a sudden, yesterday, some guy named the Roke, Dwayne the Roke Johnson, comes through and shares my reaction to the Face Off Tech9 song that he's featured on. This is what The Rock had to say, man. Shout out to my guy Knox Hill with the impressive breakdown of Face Off. From stacking my ad-libs to dialing up my rhyme scheme cadence with gasoline, thank you, brother Tech, to all the nuance and subtle nods I gave throughout the verse and the bars I hit in the outro. My guy here caught it all. That's right. I'm a Pokemon master over here now. Appreciate the breakdown, man. We appreciate everyone's support in making our song the #1 rap song in the country this week. I mean, The Rock, the dude that I literally just watched Jumanji with my kids with the other day, is now like reaching through the screen and acknowledging my existence in the universe. I don't know if the planets are misaligned or if something is wrong with the universe, but I think one, it's surreal that someone as big as The Rock, how many followers does he have? Hang on. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is like breaking Instagram. 274 million followers. The Rock decides to share me to his following. And not only that, yet again, we talk about just kind of validating the work that I put in and saying that I caught it all and shouting out the breakdowns. It's not just like a typical shout out like, hey, this was funny, I enjoyed this. No, it's appreciating the time that I put in. And I've said this so many times, man. It's hard some days making these just long form videos because it's so draining. It takes so much extra time editing, you know, it takes a lot of mental work to do, a lot of focus and concentration. I'm always just exhausted afterwards, but I constantly crank out the content and I constantly work towards it because, well, I have a passion for it. I mean, I learn something new with each and every breakdown, and I just enjoy diving into the rhyme schemes and the cadences, the way things were mixed, the production. I mean, there's always something new that I can pick up from each and every song, and I feel like it just helps me as an artist, and it's just something that I enjoy trying to catch and trying to do. So, you know, if I didn't have a passion for it, I wouldn't still be here doing this. You know, I wouldn't be going at it each and every day, even when I'm sick, even when my voice has been down, even when I've just been so busy and so stressed out, I just want to rip all my hair out. Like, there's a reason why I'm still here and why we're grinding away, because I really do just love this music shit, man, and have a passion for it. And the fact that I have an opportunity and a platform now to share it with you guys is it's a blessing. It really is. And I think what's really cool about what Tech and The Rock have done is they haven't just shouted me out. They've shouted out other reactors too. And what that does ultimately is that helps to open up a lane to a new audience who may have never heard of reaction videos before. I mean, what they are doing by giving back, this is something that I feel like the industry should do, and I wish more industry artists would do, because we could honestly help people appreciate music so much more and help them appreciate lyrics and cadences and schemes. And that's kind of what we do. So the fact that Tech recognized that and wanted to share fellow reactors, the fact that The Rock recognized that and also wanted to share reactors, it just creates this awareness now. It creates sort of this opening, and it just brings new faces in. And the more people start to learn about what reaction channels are and what we do, the more that it gets shared, and hopefully the more that, you know, this sort of genre of breaking stuff down and approaching hip hop grows and builds. So yeah, man, I'm thankful that I got flowers, but yet here I am feeling the need to make a video and to give my flowers back to them for the amazing things that they are doing. I mean, again, they didn't have to create awareness. They didn't have to shout out all these reactors that they're doing, but they are. And that's pretty damn important. And also shout out to you guys, because without the audience and without this platform, I wouldn't still be here doing this. I mean, you guys know I was days away from just deleting my YouTube channel and walking away from it all. And then it just seemed like things kind of started to pick up and things started to grow and gain momentum. And it's just been a grind and a slow but gradual rise ever since. And, you know, without you, the fans, there is no Knox Hill. There is no channel. There is no reactions, and there is no chance to get shouted out by The Rock and Tech N9NE. I don't know. I'm just going on. But anyways, thank you guys for checking in. Listen, tomorrow we're back to our regular schedule. You know, we got a lot more on the way, a lot to do and accomplish. I love you guys, and I'll catch you soon. I'm out.